Remember that wide receiver breakdown video I did sometime during last offseason? I'll admit to you right now, I was wrong, okay? Honestly, when you looked at it before the season started, the 2017 season started, Devontae Parker had potential to be a top 5 receiver in the league. Kenny Stills, he was our deep threat. He scored over 10 touchdowns last year. And if it came down to Jarvis Landry at the end of this season, us ended up re-signing him or letting him walk, back then it was looking pretty promising that we would be all right. But the offense struggled this year, which I'm going to get to in a second. This fine he took in a Week 17 game against the Buffalo Bills after he scored that touchdown. It's looking like Jarvis Landry was the only consistent receiver for the Miami Dolphins this year. So now that puts a brand new perspective on it. Now, before we get into contract negotiations, we're going to talk about this fine real fast. Now, in the fourth quarter, Jarvis Landry got in a fiasco with a Bills defensive back. I believe it was Jordan Poyer after he scored a touchdown, and Jarvis got ejected from the game. Now, looking at the numbers, Jarvis Landry had set a career high of 112 receptions. Also, it was a season high, leading all receivers in receptions this year. Scored 9 touchdowns, and he fell short. He only had 987 yards receiving. Now, they still had 2 possessions left that you guys already knew that already. He had the opportunity to score possibly 10 touchdowns, possibly have over 1,000 yards receiving as well. You didn't know. Now, when I said in that wide receiver breakdown video before the 2017 season started, I said that Jarvis had to score at least 10 touchdowns for him to be recognized as a top 5 receiver. Now, he's getting a lot of buzz considering how people paying attention to Jarvis Landry being as the only consistent receiver for the Miami Dolphins, like I said. And now, to be honest, now the price tag is going to go up for Jarvis Landry, considering how the level of productivity that he put down on the 2017 season. Now, in his first 3 seasons with the Dolphins, he hasn't scored over 6 touchdowns. He basically doubled that. Well, basically doubled that. He had 9 touchdowns. So with that being said, he's looking at that $68 million type deal, something like that, around that Julio Jones, Antonio Brown, Dez Bryant type deal. Now, before the season started, like I said, it was probably around that $45 million type situation. So we're gonna have to make some serious moves during the offseason, trying to figure out how to make this work. But to be honest with you, I think the Miami Dolphins are going to do everything they possibly can to get Jarvis Landry back on the roster. Again, he was the most consistent player on the Miami Dolphins roster. Devontae Parker was a huge disappointment. Kenny Stills did what he could possibly do. Julius Thomas, we're gonna save all that for the 2018 preview video. But let me know what you guys think. You know what it is. If you enjoyed the content, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. This is GreatOne DeVore. I'm up out of here.